game celebration where he crowd surfs on you guys. There's obviously he's getting a lot of recognition. He just got a Coach of the Week honor now. If you were to kind of describe why you guys react to him the way you do, I mean, why is there that type of post-game celebration where he's crowd surfing and you guys are saying we love you and things like that? Like, what is it about Coach Allen that makes you guys react to him in that way?
Well, I think you guys can just tell it's so genuine. You know, it's true that we really do love him. I mean, he's just the guy. He sets the example, and a lot of coaches can talk the talk, but not every coach lives out what they speak to their players every single day. And Coach Allen brings that to the table every day. I've not seen him not bringing energy or not motivating his players or not, living out what he says. And it's, we can, joke about it and LEO and whatnot, but it's true. He lives it out, and we recognize it, and we follow that. We follow him. He's a true leader. So.
All right, Dylan Wallace and Kevin Brockway.
Okay, I guess just you've played a lot of obviously games in your career. From all the kind of the first games you've played, I mean, how did this one compare in terms of just, it was just such a weird offseason leading up to it, and no fans in a whole different setting, and you guys got one of the biggest wins in program history. I mean, I guess just with everything that was kind of involved with leading up to this season, I mean, how did this first game feel in terms of other ones in the past?
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. A lot of
All right, cool.
Sorry, I said it was best. It was definitely a big to get that win the first game of the season. But I think just our reaction to it was it was a big deal for us. It was a huge win. Yeah.
All right, Kevin, then Paul Gable.
Yeah, Micah, coming off that win, I know it's kind of early in the week, but what kind of vibe are you getting in practice, and how are you guys guarding against kind of that complacency or feeling good about yourselves going into a Rutgers team that obviously showed some improvement last week?
Yeah, I think we have a great one word this week, focus. And I think that's just what we've got to bring to the table every day is just extreme focus and practice at a high level each day. And I think we had a great practice today. Obviously there's going to be a few hiccups and stuff here and there, just getting used to a new offense and first-time system that we haven't seen before. But, I think we had a really good practice, and we just got to stay focused throughout this week, get prepared. Really good football team coming up.
All right, Paul, then Zach.
Hey, Micah, to follow up on that, what are some things that stand out when you look at Rutgers, obviously a new quarterback and a team that is much different than what you guys have seen during your career?
Yeah, they got a lot of different players from different programs that kind of transferred in there. So, they use a lot of their players well, and they get a lot of different guys involved. And so it'll be a big part of the linebackers and D-line scheming up their run fits and everything, and holding it down on the back end, not letting them get the deep ball and whatnot.
All right, Zach, then Ravi.
I guess to follow up on that, I just wanted to ask, I mean, how do your coaches get you prepared for a team that's got maybe not so much new personnel, but personnel from a lot of different spots? It's not like you can kind of go back and watch a lot of Rutgers film or dive in on just one or two transfers, a number of different guys, even guys that, you guys are probably familiar with, like Noah Vedral. Just how do you get ready for a team that's got so many new faces and kind of new pieces where there is film out there maybe, but not of them altogether?
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. We got to, we definitely go through the last week's game. It's big that it wasn't the first game of the season playing Rutgers, because that would have just been extremely even more difficult. But it's good that we have at least one game that we can watch. But I guess they kind of just they go through, these coaches in the past and see what they've done at different places and get us ready for their different tendencies and what they like to do, and see what we showed on film last week as well, and where our weaknesses are, and try to clean those up as well, so we can get ready for what they showed on film and what they might do just based on our defense schematically.
All right, Rebby, last one from Micah.
Hey, Micah, I'm just curious. I think you had like 11 unassisted tackles against Penn State. Just why? I mean, that's incredibly productive. Why were you that productive on Saturday?
I definitely had a lot of reps. I think I had the total at like 72 defensive snaps. So I've been playing, back and forth between both the Mike and the stinger position. So I was kind of going back and forth between that a lot. But I think the big thing was just defensively, schematically, our coach kind of just he let our defense fit up, and it was kind of like 3 gaps, 2 backers. One backer had to take out 2, and the other backer could kind of track the back. So a lot of times when that track the back player was just kind of just a free overhang player and could come make a lot of tackles. So it definitely worked out. Defense had a lot of production.